Crime, security, wildlife. On board with the Miami Water Cops. Today, deep in the Everglades on a $50,000 super buggy. Shootout. The Special Ops trainees come under fire.
There's nothing like getting shot to really, drive a point home.
And dead in the water, the cops race to a call-out. Miami, famous for its beautiful beaches and beautiful people. And famous for its vice. This is a crime capital of America and a major center for drug smuggling. The Miami River, the #1 place for cocaine seizures in the United States. It's a gritty commercial zone that pierces the heart of the city. Boat cops Lily and Caesar police this area. Crime on the water is rising fast, and it's their job to deal with any offence here. After a recent spate of drug busts, they know they're in a potential danger zone. They're highly trained, and they're armed, and they deal with almost anything.
The only thing I really don't like about this job is having to fish out a dead body. Usually when the body's floating, it's already been in the water a while, probably like 72 hours. And what happens is, because of the water, the elements, it's bloated from the internal gases. Depending on the area and what kind of sea life you have, you'll have the lips eaten off, the eyes, all the soft areas. So it's really a gruesome sight. I never thought I would actually even have to touch one because, when you're on patrol and you're on the road, you don't touch the bodies. That's left to the investigators and the medical examiner's office.
Had to get a dead body out of a lake. Fire department was there and they rigged up some basket to hoist him up over the trees. We just had to go stick the dead body in the basket. And when we got over to it, Lazaro grabbed him by the shoulder to guide him to put him in this basket. And his hand sunk in his back and he was full of maggots inside.
Dead bodies are definitely not my favorite thing to come out here and do.
Only if they're fresh.
Yeah, only if they're fresh. That never happens, right?
And today there is a dead body in the water, but this one isn't human.
Are you there now looking at it?
Yeah, we're holding it. We called the right people and they documented it.
We'll come out as soon as we can from the river, and I'll get my digital camera and take pictures of it. Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can. Stay on 15, and I'll stay on 15.
The Special Ops training course. 4 guys on an elite program to become private security agents on the water. Don Edwards and Casey Morgan, highly trained members of the US Army Special Forces. Luso Filo is about to sail around the world with his family, and he's worried about pirate attacks. And Trenton Mello, he hopes to get a job in the lucrative yacht security business. Last time, the entire group failed the night surveillance class. They didn't spot instructor Dave Kellerman boarding the boat under their very noses. Today, the start of the most crucial exercise.
We're getting ready to go on our 24-hour overnight exercise. We're going to be leaving at about 3:30 this afternoon as soon as the tide gets high. They really don't know what's going to happen to them tonight. They know something's going to happen, and we've got a few other people that are going to show up in another boat and attack the boat, and so they're in for a night of fun and enjoyment and harassment.
This is a special weapon in the war against wildlife crime. It's a swamp buggy, designed to go through water up to 6 foot deep. Custom built from Jeep parts and aeroplane tyres, They're designed to deal with extreme wetland terrain. These 4.5 feet tyres easily handle deep water and thick mud. Enforcing the law out here is the job of the Florida Marine Patrol Wildlife Unit. Officer Felix Collazo is an expert animal tracker.
And that's probably a raccoon or something like that. But there is a lot of wild hogs and deer out here. They get pretty big. Some hogs are probably about 200 pounds or more. And there's a lot of them out here.
Collazo is in the right place. He can tell that a hunting expedition has passed through here not long ago. Downtown Miami. Lily and Caesar are racing to join their partner Lazaro. He's discovered something dead in the water. It's a turtle, a rare loggerhead.
What kind of pictures do you want, Laz? Anything in particular?
I don't know, just to make sure. He wanted to see that there was no impact. There was no signs of.
What kind of turtle is this?
Loggerhead.
This is a loggerhead?
That's good.
Wow, I think those aren't they endangered?
Yeah, they are.
Something?
So there's a big deal with it. Just in front of them.
Should be brought in, man.
Got it?
Who did you talk to, Laz? Fish and Wildlife Commission?
We spotted it here about an hour ago. We understand there's something happening with these sea turtles. They're dying or something. I'm doing a study on it. So we called the Florida Marine Patrol, and in turn they went ahead and they called the special unit that handles the dead sea turtles. And they asked me some questions about the size and if it had any signs of injury or anything anywhere.
The marine scientists are monitoring turtle deaths. They ask the cops to tag it, photograph it, and let it go.
That's a first. I mean, I've seen a dead turtle wash up on the boat ramp, but I mean, this is a loggerhead. It's actually an endangered species. You know, we don't come across too many dead ones.
I'm surprised they don't want to take it to see what caused its death. Because, I mean, you don't know if that turtle had a disease and died, if he just died of old age, natural causes, or if he ate a piece of plastic.
Special Ops. The 24-hour exercise is soon to begin. Intensive training and full of surprises. They'll split into 2 teams. Kellerman will be with the trainees on 18 Bravo, the target boat. Steve Musket on board the Sea Ranger with Don Edwards will simulate an armed attack in open water. Kellerman takes them through it.
I don't want to be too choreographed. If you do a dry run with no guns visible, meaning you're not really a threat, you're just an unknown. If you do a dry run like you're really hostile.
The trainees don't know what's coming, just to be ready to defend the boat at all times.
Basically what he did is he gave all of us a scenario, basically that we've been contracted to provide security for a boat. The boat has no passengers, just cargo, a captain, 1 crew member, and 3 security personnel.
Trenton has to draw up a watch schedule, and he's not short of advice.
You're the guy in charge. You just set. If you say you're going to eat between this time and this time, and you're establishing a schedule, so do it. Just say this is your time to eat, and you know everybody's a big boy. They can take responsibility for themselves and make sure they get fed and watered.
Okay. Yeah, by 2200 we should be done with dinner and cleanup.
Okay, so you're going to set it. Okay, now when you set up the schedule, you want to take into account you don't want to have it always changing right on an hour. Okay. So you can flip it up. One shift's going to come out on, like, say, 15 after. The next one maybe 35 after, and somebody might gain 15 minutes and somebody might lose 15 minutes, and if they gripe about it, you just tell them that's just tough. They're going to have to live with 15 minutes.
And basically, we got a makeshift schedule worked out. Just tasked with working out all this paperwork and scheduling.
Just let me know where you want me.
Okay. I lost the coin flip.
It's time for Kellerman's final briefing.
I don't want any horseplay. The guns that we're going to be using are to be treated as real firearms. Meaning, if a threat presents itself to you, handle it like you would if it was a real firearm, but then put your gun away. You all passed a swim test. There's no problem if you fall in the water. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to make you wear life jackets around the boat like a bunch of little children. You're all grown adults. But what I do want you to do is pay attention, walk around the boat at night. If you get attacked by someone, move at a controlled hurry, do not run. You're going to have to wear clear safety goggles. We're not going to be shooting extreme close ranges. If one hits you, it's going to sting a little, like get hit by a rubber band, but it wouldn't cause any permanent injury except to your eyes. Okay? So with the sweatshirts on and everything else, you're going to be fine, so don't worry about that. Okay. I'm going to get ready to fire this baby up. We're running a little bit behind schedule, but we're looking okay. All right?
Underway, 16:59.
As they head out, Kellerman takes the opportunity to gather intelligence on a possible stolen boat he spotted. If he can prove it's stolen, he could be in for a $75,000 recovery fee. But it looks like someone else could be on the case.
At this time, there's uniformed individuals on there believed to be police. So we think they may have gone over and raided the boat. We're going to find out more in a few minutes. Apparently the boat came in there 2 days ago. It was towed in under they had lost power somewhere. So we were just a little worried that, since we found the boat, we didn't want someone stumbling across it and losing a possible contract on the recovery of the boat. So we're still worried about it, but we're going to go forward with our plan.
A couple of guys moving around. Can't tell what type of uniforms.
Okay, so they're doing some work on it then. Yeah. So when Steve saw them from a distance, he thought, when he said they were in uniform, yeah, those are workers. Those aren't police. Good. False alarm. So they're carrying something heavy off the boat, like batteries or something. That may be why the boat was disabled when it came in. So they're probably trying to get it underway again. So that means we're going to have to take some further action pretty soon.
After the break, the cops go after a jet skier.
People are out here running around in these jet skis, going at about 60 miles per hour.
And the special ops trainees open fire. During the next intensive 24 hours, the Special Ops trainees will learn all there is to know about defending a boat. First lesson, to work as a team.
Casey on watch at this point.
Trent is on watch. He's supposed to be the main person pulling security. He's supposed to be roaming the boat, actively watching around. And then if there becomes a problem, he'll alert the other two. That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Casey has responsibility to maintain look to the front and the rear and alert us if he sees anything approaching.
Really? Okay. Hey Trent, what's the schedule?
It's posted down there on the wall. I got it on the wall there. Our sleeping quarters.
What time is it?
Smoking inside, boys.
It's 5:20, and the schedule shows Casey should be on watch. But he's not happy with the system.
When you do a relief, do a formal relief. Grab whoever's next and go, I'm off duty.
Yeah, or the guy who's coming on next come up and tell the guy, okay, I'm on.
Okay, well, just make sure whoever knows how you're going to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, let's do it that way. That way the guy here doesn't have to leave his post to find his relief. His relief will be responsible for
All right, just when you're running a crew, put it out at the beginning so they know how it's going to work.
All right.
So he needs to set up a formal set of relief to where you either find the person to make sure they know they're on duty, or you set up a relief point. Like what he decided to do was, whoever's on watch stays on watch. The next person comes up and relieves him formally, and that person doesn't leave until that point. That way there's no confusion. So yes, as of 5 minutes ago, it's my watch now.
Novice Lusso is nervous about coming under gunfire.
I'm a little apprehensive. I don't know what to expect. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. A lot of shooting can happen. I know these guys are training, but bullets going to be flying, and what am I going to do, you know? It's like I haven't been in a situation like that.
Back at the marina, on Sea Ranger, Don Edwards loads up his paintball gun for the attack on the 18 Bravo. Steve Musket will be at the helm, while Don leads the attack. In the high-speed attack boat, they'll overhaul the 18 Bravo in less than half an hour. That's when Kellerman's training will be put to the test. Downtown Miami, the temperature's topping 28 degrees and the jet skis are out in force. But it's a dangerous sport. In the year 2000 alone, 9 jet skiers were killed in a total of over 400 accidents in Florida. Lily spots a jet skier in a no-entry zone, and it looks like he's out of control. He could be facing a $1,000 fine.
All right, let go of the rope, let go of the rope. Where are you from?
I'm from New York. What did I do?
Okay, that area you went into,
Oh,
it's marked off.
Yeah.
It's a no-entry zone.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
There's a lot of protected wildlife in there.
Oh, I see. How about out there going through that?
Out there,
Yeah.
you can go as fast as you want,
Okay.
but where you see the beach,
Yeah.
stay away from the beach.
Okay.
Okay? Where
right.
there's people swimming, stay away.
Just do me a favor, sign this. Just to let you know, we can arrest you for this, take the jet ski, and write you a $1,000 ticket. This is a $50 ticket, thanks to her.
Thank
'cause I was
you.
right the other way.
You're welcome.
This one's payable. You don't have to go to court. You can mail it in if you want to this
Okay. Just be careful, okay? Because you can really get hurt with these things. All right?
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Bye. Just pulled over a tourist from New York. When we first pulled him over, he crashed into us. So, you know, I guess it's pretty scary. These people are out here running around in these jet skis, going at about 60 miles per hour, and you know, they don't have any clue as to what they're doing. You know, we gave him a ticket, and we kind of told him to be careful and be mindful of where he's at in the signs, and hopefully he'll be okay.
Big Cypress in the Everglades, a protected wildlife zone.
This is where it starts.
Felix is on the trail of illegal hog hunters. But his $50,000 swamp buggy has other ideas.
This is where it gets fun. A lot of times we get search and rescue where people, when they get stuck, and we're about the only ones that can come out here and rescue them. It gets so cold out here at night, and they could probably die from exposure. But we come out and we search for them, and we won't go home until we find them.
Felix is stuck fast. The only way to get the buggy out is to winch it, but it won't be easy. The buggy weighs over 3 tons. He's got an onboard winch with 150 foot of steel cable. But just a tiny tree to attach it to. Will it hold?
Everybody's going through the same place, and you have about 20 swamp buggies going in one place, and by the time I go through it or anybody else, it's just too deep, and the wheels just keep turning and you're not going anywhere.
Finally, he's out of trouble and back on the trail of the hog hunters. Special Ops. The attack on the 18 Bravo is about to begin, and Casey knows what's coming.
There's nothing like getting shot to really, drive a point home.
The Sea Ranger is closing in on the 18 Bravo. Suddenly, the trainees make radio contact. They challenge Don and Steve to explain what they're doing.
This is Sea Ranger. We're out on a sightseeing evening cruise, over.
Well, Skipper, appreciate if you maintain a 100-meter distance from this vessel, over.
Skipper, you come in weak and distorted at this time, over.
Say again, maintain a 100-meter distance from this vessel.
Yeah, we got an unidentified boat, and the security crew is going into a heightened state of alert, and they're trying to decide what they need to do with this guy.
On board the 18 Bravo, it's action stations. Flak jackets on. Everyone is armed. Kellerman has fitted his guns with training barrels. They'll be firing plastic paint-tipped bullets.
Ready? If they fire, return fire. Hold the shotgun low ready. Weapons up. You good? I think now we'll give him a little bit of time. Jake's going. We'll let him anticipate it for a little bit. So now we can go.
Kellerman's about to make it more difficult for the trainees. He tells them the Sea Ranger has disabled their boat.
We're dead in the water. One of the rounds from that boat injured our coolant line. I'm dead in the water. I'm anchored, but I'm dead in the water. You guys need to figure out something.
The 18 Bravo is under serious attack now. Anchored, they're a sitting duck in the water.
Here they come!
Make sure you're within range. 15 meters. Don't waste your ammo.
They're firing, they're firing!
Attack after attack, on into the dusk.
Out of my boat.
Are we ready to raft up now? Okay, that's it.
Their job was to defend the boat from a concerted attack. So how did they do?
What did I think? I think everybody in the boat was killed. So, what do you think, Cappy?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought they, as soon as we approached them, there were like people all over the boat, it seemed like. So right off the bat, you looked like, they were in that defensive posture.
Where are you guys aiming at? You aiming at the, what are you aiming at, the occupants of the boat? Two V6 outboards are bigger than a human torso to aim at.
I was concerned if even a handgun would do anything against an engine block.
Outboard engine?
Yeah.
Take it out in a heartbeat. One round.
0949 hours.
Back on track, Felix goes after the hunters.
26 Palm Beach, 4484 back to Palm Beach.
Lily and Caesar are patrolling in downtown Miami. And with more surprises planned, it's going to be a long night for the Special Ops trainees.